Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green. You're tuning into AMTV, Alternative Media Television. It is, of course, Tuesday, May 10th, 2016. Today I want to talk about something near and dear to my heart, and that is about happiness. Happiness is a decision, and it is a state of mind. You know, we all have shitty things happen to us in life. We all have lives filled with stress, with negatives, with problems, and most importantly, things that are out of our control, things that we just flat out can't control. For example, friends and family members, including yourself, one thing that is tried and true, just like taxes, is death. Somebody you know is going to die. Somebody that you care about or love is going to get sick. You might get sick. You could get a phone call today that says, God forbid you have a brain tumor and you've got 2 weeks to live. It could be something severe. It could be something minor. But these things are outside of our control, and it's very much a part of the human condition. Now, we can choose to be depressed, suffer from depression, suffer from anxiety, and what I think is the greatest evil is fear. Although fear can be a good human motivator and driver of things in life, and it can be used to your advantage at times, it's usually fear, depression, anxiety. It just gets in the way of you accomplishing big things in life. It gets in the way of you taking massive action in life, where I think most of the success is. So these are all very important things for, I think, all of us to consider, and things that I'm constantly evaluating about my own life. And each day I try to take 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit longer, and I try to just honestly smell the roses a little bit. Get outside, take a private moment. If you don't have 10 minutes in your life, you don't have a life. Take 10 minutes a day and honestly take deep breaths and maybe look at yourself in the mirror, or think about things that you're thankful for, things that you're grateful for in your life. You know, so much about life and happiness is about finding grace. Okay, it can be grace in God, it could be grace in the universe, it could be grace in your friends, your loved ones, and also serving others. Something that I want to hold myself accountable for to do more of in the future. You know, I spend a lot of time serving my loved ones, serving my family, those people that I care about. But I really think that a life well lived is a life that is bigger than yourself. When you are doing things for other people, you're enhancing and enriching other people's lives. And I think that's really where you find true happiness, because, you know, money doesn't bring true happiness. It gives you options. It's a tool. It's a symbol of access. It's very much a symbol of freedom. And it's something that all of us, I think, to a certain degree, not everybody, desire to have freedom. Maybe not money, but we all desire to have freedom. But I think that in order to live a life well lived, you need to find and have grace. You know, you also need to have forgiveness too, because people are going to screw you in your life, whether or not it's personally, or it's in business, or it's the government, or, you know, just look at the things that we've seen in, recent years with 2008, 2009, the financial crash, the engineered bailouts, an orchestration of the largest wealth transfer in the history of the world. The federal government sending our boys and girls overseas to die in egregious wars that had nothing to do with these, the September 11, 2001 terror attacks at all, according to the official narrative in our own government. I mean, there's so many reasons to be angry. And I'm not saying that you can't be angry. Angry can be a positive motivator as well, just like fear. But if you're angry all the time, if you're angered your entire life, that is a waste. And stress is the #1 killer in our society, in my opinion, stress. You know, there's healthy cortisol levels that we all have. It helps us to get things done. It gives us energy, those kinds of things. It helps us to operate efficiently under pressure. That's normal. Okay, there's normal levels of stress that are good and healthy in your life. There are also abnormal levels of stress in your life, which I think a lot of us have all experienced at one point in the time, but isn't healthy, where it's a detriment to yourself, your family, your friends, and most importantly, your health. You know, if you don't take care of yourself first, if you're not listening to your body, your mind, your spirit, your soul, health, love, wellness, all these things, then you can't take care of anybody else. You can't find grace. You can't give more. You can't do more for others. You know, I think that, this comes from a very humble place. I'm a testament to a lot of the things I'm talking about because I've legitimately experienced and gone full circle in a lot of these areas, whether or not it was fear, anger. I mean, many of you witnessed tremendous anger in me, and I've been tremendously angry for years. And a lot of that was a huge proponent of really developing and propelling, AMTV in the future, and it was used as a tool. But I'm not angry all the time. I also have tremendous love. I have tremendous hope, tremendous optimism, and what I found and what I like to call recently is grace, and just the ability to truly love one another and see the upside in life and be optimistic. I'm actually incredibly optimistic. I'm probably one of the most optimistic people out there because I couldn't do what I do if I wasn't optimistic. Yes, I know we have problems. Yes, I know we're fighting a machine. Yes, I know that there is, the dichotomy, the black and white of good and evil. Yes. And I feel anger and I feel fear at times, and I, can be anxious. We all suffer from depression intermittently in life. But anytime I feel that way, or I feel myself, slipping into the negative, I try to take a moment. I try to breathe. I recommend that you do this as well. Take 10 minutes a day, if not longer, to yourself, and think about what you're grateful for, what you are thankful for. Find your grace, find your moment, and most importantly, give to others. You look at Mother Teresa, and she's lived a life of giving. Not all of us are going to be Mother Teresa and help the sick and the poor and the destitute and that kind of thing. But I really truly believe life isn't about money. It's not about power. It's not about ego. It's about giving. And you'll notice that some of the most successful people on the planet today that give the most are actually the most successful. That are giving to others are the most successful. That are tithing the most are having that come back to them in droves. Because it's not about them. It's about something bigger than them. And it's just so important, and it's something that I continue to hold myself accountable to, and I would recommend that we all do collectively as human beings and as people, and trying to enrich the lives and help others around us. People don't realize that here in America, we are the top 1%. The poorest American in this country who thinks they're not the 99% is actually the top 1% in terms of wealth distribution when you compare poverty lines across the globe. The bottom rung of Americans here in the United States of America are actually, in actuality, a fact, the top 1%. They have their iPads, they have designer clothing, they have all these things. They have a pretty good life comparatively. It's not to say that there's not problems, that there's not a gigantic redistribution. There hasn't been a giant redistribution of wealth, that there's not elites, that there's not a new world order paradigm and all these things that we talk about. But we also have to realize how gifted we are in Western society compared to great portions of the rest of the world that don't even have running water, or can't find food, can't feed their families, or are dying from disease because they don't have proper infrastructure. All of these things. It's so important that we give and that we find grace. And I have found countless examples in my own life. And I tend not to get very personal, just based on the nature of my channel and how political it is and how dangerous it is. But I have seen so many examples in my own life where honestly, I've witnessed miracles. I continue to witness miracles. I find that grace. I see grace through God, through others, through friends, through family, and I witness it every single day. So today's video, it's really just a video of appreciation, how thankful I am to be alive, that, again, happiness is a decision. It is a state of mind. Shit is going to happen to you in your life. Bad things. People are going to F you, screw you. The government's going to hurt you. People are going to hurt you. All of these things are going to happen if you live long enough. None of us are immune to this. Disease, death, pain, fear, anxiety, depression. None of us is immune to this. It's how we approach life. And life is too short. We must understand and realize. We must seize the day. What do they say? Carpe diem, seize the day. We must decide today, every single day, and take it moment by moment, that I decide, because it's a decision, to be happy and to find grace and to serve others and to serve your family, your friends, people that are in need, God, however you want to describe that or put it into words, or more importantly, action in your own life. Happiness, state of mind, and a decision. I'm Christopher Green. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Put Put your comment in the comment box below. And thank you again for your tremendous, tremendous support. Hard hitting it in your freaking face. Peace!